Welcome back to all our friends, family, and yes, even our foes. To the Fox Den Sports Podcast, where Todd and his sports-passionate kids are ready to bring you the latest updates and insights on all things sports. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fox Den Sports Podcast, along with the dog, Gary, and Bench McDonald. The Den's Enforcer is back with us as well. Unable to meet last week. A lot going on, obviously, with everything. But we're going to jump into a lot of Oklahoma Sooner portal news. I know Sooners are navigating at high stakes through this transfer portal. Today's when we're recording this podcast, January 12th. It opened up on the 2nd of January, and I think January 16th, I believe, will be the last day. So that's approaching. The roster is seeing a lot of overhaul, particularly at the wide receiver position. And I think the offensive line right now kind of looms still a little bit. We're needing to solidify that. But I wanted to ask, the first question I wanted to ask would be, how do you think the portal's going so far? If you had to grade it, I guess, A, B, C, D, F, what would you give it right now?
Probably I personally give it a D+.
D?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How come?
It's looking pretty pathetic. I think we're getting shown that we're not on the same level as the people who are actually competing, and nor do our supporters want to be or care to be at this point. I think with the positions of players we've gotten, we haven't improved at all in any position group that we wanted and needed to. I know we've lost 6 receivers, only gained 3. And out of those 6 receivers, I think those guys would have been better than anybody we got. So not very happy with the receiver core. Offensive line, again, like you mentioned, we've lost a ton of depth. Nobody necessarily that you would have hoped to see starting, but we've only gotten 2 or 3 guys for the offensive line, and I don't want either of those guys starting as well. Tight end wise is an absolute joke. I don't know how hard it is to go and get a decent tight end, but we won't have one next year, so we'll see how that goes. And we're just losing a lot of talent and not replacing it with any whatsoever, while our pretty heavy rivals are going and getting the number 1 position in pretty much any position group. So,
well, does anybody have any glass half full information for us? Gary doesn't seem very pleased.
I was just going to say B- because I didn't expect much better, but I understand there's a lot of people doing a lot better than us, but who really cares? OSU's ranked number 1 right now, but that's because they have 40 different people.
Yeah. What rating are you looking at? Just curious.
I don't know. I heard it on the radio.
I'm looking at one right now. It's ESPN, and the date's the 10th. So it has Indiana 1, Texas Tech, Penn State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, OU, Clemson. That's their top. I don't even know how many that was, but that's who they have. Clay, what about yourself?
I think I'm going to give it a B+ because I think we're addressing the needs of what we need. I think our tight ends that were coming in, they're not Mark Andrews or Keith Jackson, but I like the guy from Florida. Huge. The other guy, I don't know much about him except that his sister is a stud basketball player for the basketball team. So,
yes.
I think that was
Beer. Last name Beer, I think.
Beers, yeah.
Beers, yeah.
So, but I think it's probably an upgrade. Especially, I think the problem last year is we had some that could catch, but we had nobody that could really block. And I would have liked to kept Caden Helms. That would have been nice to keep, just to have somebody in the system, because I think he probably could turn around. But we do have a really, really good freshman redshirt, or well, it'll be a freshman, or I guess redshirt freshman this next year. That was one of the top recruits in the country last year that didn't see the field. So I don't know why, if he's any good, why he didn't play. But we should have him. I can't remember his name. I'm pretty sure he's from the town of Washington.
You're thinking of, I don't think, well, there's 2 guys I think you could be thinking of. One left the team, and the other one was never committed. He never came to OU. The kid from Washington who his brother played with us.
Man, I just don't remember. You might be right. But I thought he was a freshman on our team this year. And then our offensive line, the people that we lost. I mean, were all our backups. I mean, would have been nice to keep Howland and Sexton, but they were hurt all the time. Everett's the one that kind of shocked me a little bit, but I like the guy from Arkansas coming in. I mean, he started for Arkansas last year, so he's got a lot of experience. I think that's good. Assuming Satania's coming back, I'm excited for the guy from Virginia, wide receiver, and then the guy from Texas, Livingstone. I think we filled in. Did we get any of the top people? No, we lost a couple of running backs. I know there's a couple of good running backs out there, but we got our two top guys back, and they just obviously didn't. It's not where they wanted to spend the money. We got another guy coming in, but it's just not where they wanted to spend the money.
Sure.
And so I think we filled the needs of what we need. I hope we get in. I know we got, I think, one defensive lineman. I hope we get another one or two.
Yeah, we need some more.
A little bit concerned about the linebackers right now because it doesn't look like Heineke's probably going to get his.
You don't think so? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that he's not going to get it. So that will hurt. And especially if Kip Lewis doesn't come back and we lose all three of our guys, that will hurt. So, that's why I think we filled the needs. Could we have got better players? Yeah. And it's like exactly like Kellen said, Oklahoma State, they were ranked really high last year, and look what it got them. I mean, because a lot of their rankings is coming in off of how many they get. I mean, they replaced their team 2 years in a row. And so I think Penn State's the same way. I think they're up in the 40s getting new players. Texas has obviously got a couple of good ones, but I know they lost another running back today. So they lost their three top running backs into the portal this year. Now, they brought the top one in. Like,
they're losing
the number
a lot
5.
of players, though.
Do what?
They've also replaced it with the number 1 and the number 5 running back. So their running back room, although they've lost 4 total, is better, which is annoying.
Well, they've lost quantity, and they have, like, to your point though, Garrett, they've probably got some better players in the, but do they have depth? That's my concern. Well, I don't really care if they have depth.
I mean, yeah, and that's obviously, I mean, all of it's a crapshoot. But if Cam Coleman goes down, there goes everything in their wide receiver room. But they're obviously bailing on some of these people, like saying, well, you're probably worth $400,000, but we're going to give you $200,000 because we got to pay Cam Coleman and we got to pay Arch Manning, we got to pay these top running backs, and so if, like you said, the depth is a problem. It just everybody's got a different philosophy. So I think OU's doing a good job with their philosophy and what they're trying to get accomplished.
I think they're trying to spread it out a little bit. I don't want to get a Jaden Ott again, who's going to be the Jaden Ott of college football portal this year.
Yeah.
This will soon to be found out here at some point.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that we've proved last year and this year that we don't know anything about the transfer portal, and we're not willing to pay the guys that actually deserve the money. I mean, these guys who have proven Power 5, Big 10, SEC stars, we're not willing to do it because they're asking too big of a price, and we're not going to be able to compete because of that. Jaden Ott was at California playing against the Pac-12 or whatever it is. Like, yeah, any running back's going to look good over there. That made no sense. Mateer was in over his head this year.
Yards.
So, yeah, like, it's pathetic that we're going and getting a bunch of D2 offensive linemen and hoping that they can play SEC. It's stupid. We're not going to see any improvement.
It's going to be tough. So with 4 days left, they're still looking. And I haven't heard anything. I mean, I did see something that came across today that said that there should be another player in the next couple of days, but it didn't say who that would be signing, and it didn't say what position. So I don't know if that's just somebody trying to keep everybody interested.
I looked, I guess it might have been Saturday, at the top 100 portal players, and probably 40% of them still hadn't been signed that were just in the top 100. I couldn't tell you any names or anything like that, but I couldn't believe how many of them still didn't have a team. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there. Of course, there's 150 teams trying to get them too. But I feel like we've got some pretty good players coming in, and I thought we did decent last year. I thought the tight end room was terrible. I thought the offensive line, we didn't do great, but we got a couple players that came in and started for us, that like this Derek Simmons from Western Carolina. I was like, really? I didn't think he was, but he ended up starting for us and doing a decent job. But obviously you throw Mateer, Satania, Keontae Lewis. I mean, those were big helps. I don't think it was a complete bust last year.
No, I agree. I'm trying to look and see because, I mean, who's been the biggest loss so far? Maybe one or two players. I know we just lost number 7. How do you say his last name?
Sammy Osamigo or something like that.
Yeah. We just lost him.
Based on his goodbye, makes me think it was kind of similar to the Parker Livingston situation. I think we forced him out, which I do not like.
That doesn't make any sense. I thought he was pretty good. I mean, depth.
I mean, yeah, for being a second year and hopefully making a big jump this next year, yeah.
You talking about the linebacker, Amasigo? Yeah.
Yeah, he left, and then I know. So there was like a 2-minute drill today with Adebawore this morning. He put in. It's very strange. He put in for the portal for 2 minutes, then jumped out. I mean, I don't know what that was about. Have you heard what your thoughts were with that?
Sure is like, dude, what are you doing, man? We told you we'd pay you this. Click. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just 2 minutes seems like.
I'm sure there'll be rumors or something soon.
I mean, there's a few. I just found the list that kind of shocked me. Devin Jordan was a shock to me. Marcus Strong was a shock. Jake Taylor, I thought might stick around, and then the Omasiga that we talked about. Jaden Hardy was another one those are the ones I wish we'd have kept. But that was all our depth that played last year, like Kendall Doby and stuff like that played last year. That just realize probably not going to start again this next year, and so they want to go start somewhere, and I can't blame them for that.
No, you can't. It just. We'll have to get into that another day, how you fix this daggum thing. But it's very, very frustrating. Why do you guys think, Kellen, what about you? You can answer first, but why has there been so much turnover in the wide receiver position in Oklahoma this year?
I don't know why. You'd have to ask them. It's been that way 2 years in a row. So I just don't think we know what we're doing in the wide receiver department, and nobody ever grows. We haven't really had a good one, I feel like, since CeeDee Lamb, or to stick around at least. So I got no clue.
If CeeDee were here now, I mean, he may leave for more money. You know what I mean? It's like stinks, man. I mean, there's no loyalty, I guess you could say, but I don't know if there's so many different ones, and there wasn't really a clear cut number one. Would you say? Like, do you think our receivers right now that we have are more 2s and 3s?
For sure. Satania
it's
should
not like
be
any
a
of
third
them
option.
wanted to be number one. They were terrible.
Clay, do you think any of these guys we signed have a shot to be the number one?
No, Satania will be number one, but I think that Harris, the guy from Virginia, he'll be the other starter. He'll be the other man. And one thing I did like.
Which Satania still hasn't said he's coming back.
No, I'm just saying if he is.
But I think it's more likely, yes.
He's only got a couple of days though, right? Or do you think he would try to? You don't think he'd go to the NFL, do you? You don't think he would try that? I wouldn't think.
I mean if he thinks he's not going to have a better year next year.
I mean, the one thing I did like about this year compared to the two, like when, what's his name, the guy at Michigan, Levy rotated receivers around all the time. It kind of drove me nuts. Just like, how could you get and I didn't care who the quarterback was, it was just always rotating around. This year, we played our 3, 4, 5 guys, and that was it. And so I did like that because I said, if Satania's back, Satania, Harris, Livingstone, those are going to be our guys. And, we'll roll with those 3 going in next year. And, but yeah, we're losing all those guys that were, I mean, the bad thing, those guys that left were backups for 2 years, like Reagans and Kearney. I think they were good receivers coming out of high school, but they were backups for 2 years. I mean, I would leave if I was in that spot. I was like, okay, they just signed 2 guys that are, one was first team all ACC and the other guy was, he catch 36 passes for Texas. And so, okay, yeah, we know those guys are good. I got to go find somewhere else to play. And same with Taylor Tatum. I mean, crap, you got with the top running back in the nation, he couldn't even get on the field. I mean, granted, he goes to Michigan, so they see something in him, but I don't know what the deal is with that. But
if he can hold on to the ball, I think that's a big thing for him.
Yeah.
I just get Name a position group and name the last time we've had a stud in that position. I mean, to Kellen's point, it's probably
We're
Marco
talking
Murray.
offense only, though.
Yeah, sucks. Any player who comes to him and leaves ends up being better after they leave. That number one running back in the country started at Oklahoma. The tight ends, can't name anybody Joe John's ever developed. Receiver, can't name anyone Velai's developed while he's been at Oklahoma. Or Velai's our defensive back. Who's our receivers coach? Emmett Jones or something like that. Yeah, he can recruit as heck, but it doesn't matter if they're not going to ever see the field because you can't develop them. So there needs to be an overhaul at pretty much every offensive position minus, Arbuckle.
How big is the coaching signing of Jason Witten?
Is
jury still out?
Has he coached anywhere before?
High school.
Just high
He's
school?
a really good high school head coach in Texas.
So my thinking is just, the whole, remember how they signed like Trey Young to be, basketball general manager, so to speak? Well, he's playing basketball. It's a name to get on staff so that you could get people to come play for you. And Jason Witten is so well known in Texas. He obviously has the number one tight end in the nation, going to be a senior in high school this year, his son. So, I can't imagine them hiring somebody just to get his son to come here, but he's a name recognition for the state of Texas. And to Garrett's point, Joe John has done absolutely. It's been the worst position group in the last 4 years by far. There's been nothing that has at least gone, oh, okay, well, you do have this guy, or you at least had this guy, or these two guys were pretty. Nothing. There hasn't been one. They've all left. And what Bauer shot might have been our best tight end, and he came from like Southeast Louisiana or something like that. And then he starts for LSU this year. And but he could do nothing for us. And that's probably the best one that Joe John has had.
Well, I'd argue it was Kanik, and he was a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't require any development from him. That was just pure him being athletic as heck.
Athletic, yeah.
But
go ahead.
No, to your point, I do think it's a legitimate hire specifically because he is a really good high school head coach in Texas. His long-term goal, from what it sounds like, is to become a head coach, whether that's in, college time, but probably NFL at some point. And so this for him is a huge step in that direction. Yes. And now I think there's a pro or a benefit to getting he just happens to have two kids that are freaks of nature at the high school level, but that's not a guarantee that they come here. We see a lot of kids all of a sudden wanting to go somewhere and do their own thing. So it might hurt us in the end, but who knows? Either way, as of right now, I'm sure it gives us the upper hand to get a couple of his five-star
the son
kids.
In high school is a 5-star linebacker, and then the other one is the other one the tight end, the one.
I think they're
Rice?
both defensive, but
are they?
I think they both can do both, though.
I think the linebacker played tight end, but he's going to be heavily recruited as a linebacker.
Yeah, he's if Jason Witten's playing for our coach, he's coming here. I'm just telling you. I think Jason Witten at some point possibly will be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I really do. I think Jerry Jones loves the guy. I don't know why anybody want to work for him, but anyway, that's a completely different subject. I will tell you, the second Clay was talking about the tight end being position being really bad, last several years. The second one's got to be offensive line, and I'm scared. I'm still scared because I'm really concerned about what's going to happen there. I really am.
I would say running back personally, but what has DeMarco ever done?
Okay, but I understand what you're saying, but I also do think if you have a line that can open up the holes and may make the running backs better. That's my thoughts. But hey, is there any other player that you really just hated to see go, or a player you thought we might be able to get and they did not come here?
Which ones they were trying to recruit? They don't really put that out there. Obviously, I'd love to have got Cam Coleman, but I think they didn't want to pour that much money in. We basically they said we got to get two guys for the price of one, or maybe three.
Maybe even three, honestly. So I know, Garrett, you're not that pleased about it for sure. But so with Michael Hawkins gone, what are your guys' thoughts? Like, what's the state of our quarterback room?
Depends on if Mateer comes back.
He's coming back.
We don't know.
I know he's coming back. He's not going to do this.
If he knew, he would have said something already.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that to us right before, and then all of a sudden we can't sign anybody. He's not doing that.
I wouldn't
He's
think
good.
so, but yeah,
He's
outside of that, if he gets injured, 3-win season next year.
You think?
Well, I guess Boo got Bo Bentley coming in, but I wouldn't expect him to come in
He'll be our backup.
slinging it. Yeah, but I don't want him starting next year if something happened.
We got Whit Newbauer. Is that the only other guy we got? I don't think he didn't leave, did he?
Is
Is that the guy
Jet
from
kid
Raleigh?
too?
Who's the guy
Yeah.
from Raleigh? The real tall guy.
That's Whit Newbauer.
Yeah, we're in trouble if that's the case.
Well, I think if it comes down to it, who cares about redshirting Bo Bentley? He probably won't be ready next season, but red shirts mean nothing now. All you're doing is helping the next guy. If he's that good he's going to the NFL draft. He's not sticking around for 4 years. So
no, he's not going to.
I don't care about red shirts.
Sure.
Now, we are obviously looking real good for the next year's high school
We're number
class. Yeah, so that's exciting. That's some sort of glass half full as of right now.
It is.
We better have a good year next year to lock them up.
But to Garrett's half glass full, my half glass not full. What is it? Half empty is. I've always been a believer until they sign. And that's what stinks. Completely stinks. You guys remember? And I'm kind of going off the subject real quick, but there was a running back that was going to come here, but then he went Relique maybe went to USC, then he went to another school, and I think he left that school. Now he's going. I mean, he's like bouncing around.
Was it Relique Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's now at Texas.
He go to Boise?
Is that where it was?
Arizona State.
Bouncing around a little bit. So who's your sneaky most important addition that we've done so far? Because I think this tight end from Florida, I think he's just been real inconsistent from what it sounds like, but I think he's got a shot. And then not necessarily on the catching game. I'm talking about blocking and helping out the line, and then making some big catches when needed. When we need him,
we're going to need him to make every catch.
25, 30 catches, it would be great. What'd you say, Kellen?
We're going to need him to get 25 to 30 catches a game because we got nobody else.
Yeah. Okay. But I just didn't know what your.
I think outside of really the top 4 guys, I don't think any of these guys are really going to see the field. So it's hard to say anybody sneaky. But the one I think will have the most impact is probably Parker. I think he's going to have a good year. I mean, he's got a lot of size and a huge catch radius. So that's something we've definitely been missing because Giovanni Gibson, I mean, he seemed like our biggest guy, and he's 6'2", 211, and Parker Livingston 6'4". So we've been needing a kind of, I mean, not a receiver one, but he's got a receiver one build.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with is it a Trell Harris, guy from Virginia? I'm excited about him, and I also like the lineman from Arkansas. Those are the two.
Oh, I think, they didn't want to lose him.
Yeah, I think getting those two is going to be good just because it's 2 spots we had to have somebody. So,
well, daggum, half the battle is just stay healthy. If that line can stay healthy, it's obviously going to help the cohesion and all that kind of good stuff.
Having those 3 freshmen, we should be good next year. Should be. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, there's a lot of shoulds, but yeah, it's gonna be definitely very, very interesting next season for sure. Any thoughts to the college football playoffs so far? Anything shocking happened to you or that you thought?
Well, yeah, I think there's maybe it's like the NCAA when or the basketball where somebody's like, yeah, if you had that bracket, give me a break. Like anybody had this bracket. And to me, I think the thing, just the more and more I see Indiana or hear about them, I think that probably the biggest thing that got me that I had no idea is they are by average age, they are the oldest team in college football.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to if that has any. I think it has something to do with it. I mean, you're playing a bunch of seniors playing a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds. I mean,
beating up on some kids.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of just physical maturity, but maybe mental maturity that might be part of it. I don't know. And another thing I heard about Indiana is I didn't know they have one of the largest alumni bases in the country.
I didn't know that.
And so that they just have so many. And then you got Mark Cuban, so that never hurt.
Yeah, no surprises outside of probably Miami. I think, Ole Miss going as far as they did, it's kind of surprised, but not really whenever you just kind of look at who they played.
I mean, it's good for them. I think it was pretty cool seeing them go as far. Should that Chambliss guy get another year of eligibility, or should he be done?
Done. He's good though.
I think that just because I played one level or whatever, I should get to keep playing.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. He would be, to me, the number 2 or number 3 quarterback coming out. He's going to be a first round pick. So I don't know why you'd want to go back to college.
Well, I think the Levitt guy signed with LSU, so there's no way Chambliss would go there. I guess he'd stick around at Ole Miss.
He might go
He'd have to.
Tennessee.
He never did enter the portal.
Yeah. Well, he can, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, true.
But sure, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Well, I know, man, I want to talk about how do you fix all this at some point, but that's going to be that would take a long time, and we can all discuss that at some point. But I want to move on to a little bit of the Thunder real quick, because I know we play the San Antonio Spurs tomorrow night, who's been this season anyway, been a little bit of a kryptonite to us. I know, despite being 33-7 and number 1 in the West, we've lost 3 of those 7.
Number 1 in the NBA.
What's that? I'm sorry. Yeah. So, well, number 1, yeah, for sure. You're right. How's it possible that the defending champs who started 24-1 are winless against one team they might face possibly in the Western Conference Finals?
I think, like you said, they're our kryptonite. They play us better than we play them, and we're afraid of them now.
It's scary. I mean, you can just see it, can't you?
Yeah, we have no confidence in being able to beat them.
We can't go inside. We can't drive to the basket because that's where Wembanyama hangs out, and but I mean, I think the key is hit the open shots. Hit the shots on the perimeter, and then maybe that opens up that game. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because our team, we can't shoot.
They're a younger version of us. They have all these really good, fast, young guys with great defense, plus Wemby. And then a lot of our guys, everybody other than Shea is scared in those games. They play scared. Nobody wants to get into the paint, which is where we do most of our damage, and we can't shoot. Our best high-pressure three-point shooter is J-Dub, and he's still recovering from injury. Isaiah Joe, incredible three-point shooter, not when we're down in a game. He's great when we're up by 10 and they sub him in. Shea's working on it. He's has some really good games, some not so good games from 3, but better than years past. But we're too scared to get into the paint. I don't know why we don't match Chet up with Wemby just to see. I'm not saying he'd dominate Wemby, but he'd be better than Caruso, who's half his size, or J-Dub, who's 2/3 his size. So I just think they're in our head. I think it's a rock, paper, scissors. I think we'd beat most any other team. This team just right now has our number. But I also think that I think Dagnall's smarter than what everybody's giving him credit for right now. And I think he's kind of testing some things. And playoff time, we're going to see something completely different than the 5 or 6 matchups we're having with him in the regular season.
Well, what's going to be annoying, though, is whenever we're in the number 1 seed and they're like 4 or 5 and they get bounced because they're playing like a Denver or Houston or somebody, because those teams are better than them. They just match up well with them, and we never get the chance. And then I wouldn't even disagree with the fact that everyone's saying, well, if we would have played San Antonio, like if we play San Antonio in the playoffs, see ya. We ain't winning that.
They're always going to be saying something, though. If Halliburton didn't get hurt, if Ray Allen never hit that shot, no matter what, the haters are always going to say something. And I do agree with you. It's going to be annoying, but if we win a ring, we win a ring. I don't give a crap.
Okay. I can talk while they want.
I would like to beat them, yes, but whatever we have to do to get there.
So here's do we play them 5 times this year?
I think 6, because I think we have 2 more against them.
No kidding. Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
We got an extra one because of the play-in tournament. Or the in-season tournament.
Yeah. I was just curious because I was like, that's kind of weird that this is already number 4 that we're playing these guys.
It's because it's a money-making game. They wanted this one. They wanted us to play them as much as possible because everybody loves Chet versus Wemby, and everybody loves Wemby versus everybody. So,
well,
thank you for putting it on Peacock.
Oh yeah, punks. You don't have Peacock? Yeah, I'm not paying for that. Can you get it
Pretty
free
sure that
for
was like
1 day?
$5 a month, but
Is it really?
Doing
Yeah,
a dollar a month.
Yeah, on top of Netflix and Disney and ESPN Plus and
well,
Amazon,
ESPN Plus is going
HBO
with Disney.
Max, and
Paramount Plus.
Hulu,
Just work with
and
me, man. Just work with me.
I agree. You're
Oh
exactly
yeah, and
right.
Dish that I pay
Hulu
for.
combo with Disney and ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Sling.
Oh,
HBO
that's your
Max.
own fault.
Good grief. So with the Thunder's recent slump, I know going 5-5 before this last 3-game win streak that we're currently on right now, is their offense too reliant on the 3-ball? And is Jalen Williams' wrist injury still affecting this team engine stalling right now?
We're definitely not reliant on the 3-ball because we haven't shot the 3 well all season. We had a spurt where we were doing better, but last night against the Heat, we were down by 2 or something in the third, and we were shooting 11% from 3. So we're not relying on it at all. We shot it horribly in the playoffs last season and won the NBA championship. So, and then J-Dub's wrist injury is definitely still affecting him. But since the game against the Grizzlies, when he had to lead the charge and had like 14 in the fourth quarter because Shea was sitting. I mean, that's only 2 games so far, but he's having some little spurts. I just don't think he can go as hard as he wants yet because it still hurts. He's sitting. When he's on the sideline, he's wearing a heated glove right now on his hand. And everybody knows, the whole team knows it's affecting him, but he's still so valuable on defense, and he's so quick and can get to the basket. And he's making good mid-range shots. We just need him to get that 3 back. But it's affecting him, but he'll be fine.
Has anybody heard any kind of Hardenstein? I think is a big loss right now for this team. Kellen, you've talked about that off air when we've sat and watched some of the games. You've said that he is a huge loss. Any thoughts to that, fellas?
Well, yeah, I
He's
mean,
our best
obviously the
rebounder.
rebounding, bigger man
Muscle.
against Wemby, but just how much he screens for everybody that's not there.
Yeah.
That he
Stinks.
doesn't care. He just wants to get everybody open. And so, yeah, I mean, anytime you lose a starter, it's going to hurt.
I think him being out is really showing that in this offseason, if it comes down to it, and it probably will, if we have to choose between Hartenstein or Dort, we're going to pick Hartenstein.
I think so.
Because we also have Case and Wallace.
I agree. But we've got the one kid coming back.
Sorver?
Georgetown. Sorver, yeah. We don't know
Nah,
anything
dude's
about him, though.
never going to see the floor.
No,
You
he'll
think?
see
I'm
the
just saying
floor.
big.
I don't know if he's going to be as good as what you think he's going to be.
I
think he'll be fine.
I'd like to have seen him get his rookie year in this year when we had
I agree.
them 3 instead of Carlson. I'd like to have seen him be that Carlson
Yeah.
person and just see.
Carlson will give you a great 5 minutes, but if you need more than that from him, he's getting exposed at some
yeah.
point.
He's
So-
out of shape.
Is tomorrow night's game a must-win just simply from the fact from the locker room mental state?
No, I think the fans want it to be a must-win, but this whole season, I said this last week, this whole season we got away from what the Thunder were preaching last season. Is don't get too high in the highs and don't get too low in the lows. And at first we're like, oh, we're gonna break the record. We're gonna smoke the record. We're gonna just coast through every team. We can't lose. We might only lose 2 or 3 games all season. And now it's like, and during the tough time where everybody's just pure panic. We need to break everything up, make some trades. I think we just need to ride it out and trust the process. We still have the best player on the planet. We have the best GM on the planet. We have a fantastic coach, and we still have the best all-around team in the league.
When you talked about San Antonio, do you remember a couple of years ago when we could not beat the Mavericks? Granted, I felt like the Mavericks probably a little better than what San Antonio's, but it did not matter. I remember going to watch them, and they didn't have Luka. He was out. And basically, of all their starters, they had Kyrie Irving, and they freaking beat us. And I'm like, we just cannot beat the Mavericks. And we were a better team than them, but we just couldn't beat them. I feel like there's some of that. Why? I don't know. Because I think San Antonio plays out of their mind when they play us. And
Yeah.
I don't think – because what was it last time we play them? They beat us, and then they go lose to Utah the next game. I think they're probably somewhere in between that. They're not as bad as Utah and not as near as good as us. We just can't beat them. So losing to them, who knows? Those guys are going to get up and get excited. Wemby's probably he's getting more and more minutes all the time, so he's going to be out there even more. But I remember last year when they beat us a couple of times, and then then we held him to 14 points, and then he fouls out. So
And
they're
to your
good,
point, I
there's
think
no doubt. But I just don't. I'm not worried about it.
I think we went 1-4, or either 1-3 or 1-4 against the Mavericks last season, and didn't matter. Granted, they didn't have Luka in the end, but like, so you're gonna have those teams that just have your number in the regular season, but come playoff time, it's a different animal. And the Spurs, not saying they can't do anything, but they haven't done that yet. We had one run where we almost made it and we couldn't finish the job, and then we had one where we did finish the job. Like, our guys know what it takes to just go out there nearly every day for an extra couple months. And I think experience is on our side right now.
All right, so I've got a little bit of a rapid fire, some questions I'm going to go through here real quick, some fun questions. If hypothetical, like there's the first one I'm going to ask just to Clay because he's the only one who understand this one. But it'll be, answered as quickly as you possibly can. So, Clay, you wake up in 1995, no Wi-Fi, no smartphones. What's the first thing you do?
Hang on. Wake up in 1995 with no.
Yeah, there's no smartphones, no Wi-Fi, nothing like that. We don't even know what that is.
You wake up. Just turn the TV on? No? Is that what you're going for?
I'm just asking what's
you
the
what
first
you're
thing
going to
you
do.
Dadgum.
I don't know.
30 seconds or less.
I don't know the answer.
Well, Clay, I'll tell you, I would hug, try to find my grandparents' sets, hug them. Hug your grandparents, hug your dad. That'd be some things I would do.
First thing in the morning?
I don't know just what's
You don't know how much you got.
Yeah.
I'm so confused by the question. I thought you meant like when
It's
you
not a right or
There's no
wrong answer.
right or
It's what's
wrong.
the first thing you would do?
Just what would you do?
Oh, in 1995? Yeah, I don't know.
Who won the Super Bowl that year?
And if it was hypothetically, if it was not, obviously the family portion. All right. I can see Garrett's getting a little aggravated. I would getting ready for the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl against Pittsburgh. It's exactly what Barry Switzer coach.
I'd go turn on my television, play a little video games.
A little volleyball game or whatever it was. We did beach volleyball or whatever. All right. This is for everybody to answer. All right?
Thanks for including us. Gee.
Well, you didn't. What would you do in 95?
In 2002.
Well, I'd probably wake up, brush my teeth, take a little bathroom break, read a little newspaper on the Daily Planet or whatever the crap they call it, and
Tulsa
Daily
World,
Digest.
What are you in Metropolis?
Oklahoma City, the Daily Oklahoman. All right. A TV show that got canceled that you're still a little bit ticked off about.
Revolution.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a great show. And they could have done so much with that. Kel and I were talking about that last week.
No,
They
you
could have done so
weren't.
much with that.
No,
Yeah, we were.
That's why he's asking this question. Revolution probably be the same thing for me.
I heard of that show.
Oh, it's great.
I'm not watching
One
it
of the
now,
best
but
shows of all
Cliffhanger.
time.
Must
It
Don't
was
be
on
watch
for
it because there's
2,
only
maybe
2
3
seasons and you're
years.
going to be ticked.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the power came back on
Well, he
for a
doesn't even
split
know.
second.
I'm
What the
going to
base
say
show is,
the first one that came to my mind was Designated Survivor, Netflix show.
Okay.
Well, it was on CBS as for 2
Yeah, it
seasons.
was.
It was great, and then it went to Netflix. Netflix kind of made a little bit of rated R, so it kind of got weird, but
Yeah, they got a little
it
profanity
didn't
and all that.
answer very many questions.
What's this show?
You didn't know that? Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland? It was pretty good. It was on. I thought it was on Fox, but I could be wrong. I may be wrong. All right, here's another couple questions. Here we go. What do you wear underneath a quarter zip? Do you wear a T-shirt, collared shirt, or nothing?
Collared.
College shirt if it's for work or church. T-shirt if it's just for life.
You just wear a T-shirt.
If I need to dress up, I'll put a collared shirt on. Today, I wore my quarter zip and just a T-shirt underneath because I was just going to work. Didn't need
Well,
to
no
look. Wasn't going anywhere important besides work.
All right, when you go to the dentist, you keep your eyes open or closed whenever he's going to town in your mouth.
Open.
It's been about 10 years since I've been to the dentist, but
Stop
probably
it.
same.
Knock it off.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
All right. let's
I
move
also
on.
legitimately, it's probably been like,
No
no,
shot.
it's probably been 10 years from
It's
9
before
years
I started
from me.
college. And that was 10 years ago.
Go to the daggum dentist, dude. All right.
I don't got insurance.
When eating a burrito, all right, like from a fast food restaurant type of burrito is what I'm asking.
Breakfast
eyes
or
open or
bean?
eyes closed?
Oh,
Hard
it doesn't
shell
matter
or
if it's
soft?
breakfast. Doesn't matter. All right.
You could ask if we're eyes
Soft
open
or
or eyes
hard?
closed.
Do you
Two
peel
hands
off,
or one?
Do you peel down the paper or the foil or whatever while you're
Whoa,
eating,
what do
or
you
you
on
just take it all out
clothing?
and eat it?
I take it out. I wash my hands and I take it out.
I'll leave a little
Unwrapped.
sleeve on there for me. Like if
Okay.
if I got like a Chipotle, I'll like undo it halfway.
I'd undo it halfway to catch all the stuff that falls out.
Yeah.
Gary used to
I don't wash.
Gary
my
used to
hands
keep it
before.
unwrapped, but due to recent events, he's
Is your Christmas tree still up?
No.
I don't even know, to be honest. I have to
What? I
walk
don't
out
have a
there and
Christmas
see.
tree.
I didn't put it up, but I don't know
Just
if she did.
some breaking news. Georgia State transfer defensive lineman Bishop Thomas has signed with the Oklahoma Sooners.
Georgia
Probably
State.
Garrett's probably not happy. It's a Georgia State player, somebody that Gary just not happy right now.
Another
If by
body.
breaking news, you meant breaking poor Gary's heart.
Breaking.
Yeah, let's not go and get, let's see here, one of the best defensive linemen in the country who's out there still. There we've got, literally the top 3 guys in the country right now are defensive linemen. But no, let's go get Georgia State.
All right. Last question. A phrase people use nowadays that you can't stand.
6'7".
Yeah. I don't even know what that means or whatever. Yeah.
I know one for Kellen. Can I say yours, Kellen? Can I take yours?
That's Cap, man. Fleet.
I don't have one, so
Dad gum.
it's dead gum.
I don't know if I really got one, to be honest.
Yeah,
You don't like that gun?
Talk to annoying people.
What'd you say?
I love that.
Annoying?
I
You
don't
saying
talk
I'm
to annoying people. No, I mean I talk to them for about an hour a week every Monday night. But other than that,
Well, on that one there, Fox 10 Sports Podcast, I'd like to thank all of our listeners for tuning in once again. Apologize we were not able to get on last week, but we'll be on next few weeks. Next week we'll have to do it on a different night because I have inventory.
I
Next
will
Monday
still
night.
run it.
Nah, you'll be good. So we'll
We
all
got
get
it.
together on
You
Tuesday
take the night off.
No,
Monday night,
I'm not
boys.
taking the night off. But we'd like to thank everybody. Thank you very much. Subscribe.
Monday night,
Get on our YouTube
5:30.
channel, all the other platforms that we're on. Until then, for all the little rebel rousers here, I'm Todd Fox. Goodbye, everybody. And Texas
I'll be there at
still
5:35.
stinks. Boomer.
Sooner.
Thank you for listening to the Fox Den Sports Podcast. Be sure to subscribe for free to our YouTube channel, Fox Den Sports. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Fox Den Sports and on Facebook at Fox Den Sports Podcast. You can also email us at foxdensports@yahoo.com. This has been Fox Den Sports.